Where he's going to show up.
Yep, exactly.
So he can show up in the Reef.
He can do just about anything.
Okay, so another ghost.
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
Stop it.
So basically, what you're saying is that people who do not purchase House of Wolves can go to the Reef.
All Guardians are welcome in the Reef.
Yay!
Yep. And that begs the question: is there going to be anyone left in the tower?
Okay.
And I'm going to send us to the tower.
Sounds fun.
To answer that question in ways that I hope will make people very happy.
I hope so too.
There's been a lot of great work. I'm just going to go on record. I feel like there's been a lot of great work done on character progression and evolution in this game. Mm-hmm. While we enjoy the familiar jaunt through orbit here, talk to us a little bit about the decision making and some of the conversations that happened around, at this moment in time, what do we do for Guardians?
Sure. Well, we wanted to make sure, we took a look at the whole economy of the game.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure we kept things simple. We've been adding new materials with each release, and we just want to make sure that we didn't just keep adding, 5 more material, make things really complicated. So we wanted to try and simplify stuff, upgrade paths,
sure.
Adding new materials. We wanted to keep it as simple as possible, and sort of make sure it was as understandable, clear as possible as well. So we had a chance to kind of sit back, look at people's feedback, look at the community's comments, kind of what people were doing, and yeah, like I said, simplify it as much as we could. So you'll see a little bit of that.
You were talking about upgrade paths.
Yep.
And so what gear does that apply to?
We are about to come in for a landing here. I would rather show than say, so let's jump right into it. I really like the idea of a communication process with our community. The fact that they're sharing with us their feelings about the game, that has an impact on our development process. Are there members of the community that you listen to more than others?
I was playing with my dad last night. It's funny. He was asking all about can he upgrade his Mythoclast, all that stuff. So I told him to watch today.
But you said that the Mythoclast is frozen in time, which means it's stuck there forever.
Did I say that the Mythoclast is frozen in time?
Yeah.
Of course, you know what they say about something that's frozen.
It can thaw.
It can be warmed up. It can be warmed up. So let's see. I have received a bounty. And my bounty is what? Your bounties are here. So in visiting the Reef, I have acquired my first House of Wolves bounty. That's the way that we're going to send you through this experience. And while the Reef is a self-contained environment that will support your adventure, help you acquire the bounties, the quests, and the missions that are going to keep you fighting and playing, it's also going to equip you with some of the different rewards that you'll be earning and the different activities you'll enjoy. The tower has always been the place where we could come and outfit ourselves and keep the evolution always happening. So no tower visit is complete without a visit to our fearless leader, the speaker. So I'm actually going to start there.
Hold on, you're going too fast.
I'm running. I'm running. I don't want to keep your dad waiting. My dad never touches video games. I'm actually really impressed that you're able to play. How old is your dad?
He's old enough.
Old enough. That's very kind.
Fun thing I just noticed was looking at my Black Hammer.
Yes.
And I noticed the Hive Disruptor buff is no longer grayed out. Is that being fixed?
It may be.
Was I not supposed to look at that?
It's
look there for me to look at.
There's so many things. There's so many things that I've had to brush up on. That's actually a detail that has escaped me. So why don't you open it up and see if you can upgrade that?
I already did. I just filled out the bubble for the Hive Disruptor and upgraded it.
Well, sounds like that's good then. Look at that.
Look at that. Good to go.
Upgraded your Hive Disruptor. Join me here in the speaker and go ahead and approach the speaker. Are you here with us?
I am here with you. Yeah.
So go ahead and take a look at what Mr. Speaker is going to do for us now.
Oh, geez. Uses for old stuff.
Uses for old stuff. So one of the things that Chris just told us about was simplifying the economy. One thing that I've personally seen people talk about is the desire to take materials and exchange them. So the speaker is now doing that material exchange. So if I need ascendant shards and I have ascendant energy, I can acquire those things on a one-for-one basis.
Sure.
Same thing with energy. or shards. This is awesome.
Yeah, so there's two things you can do. You sort of can trade between energy and shards for at the different levels.
Yep.
And also you can turn any of that stuff in for, as you can look over it. Right, you can buy motes of light with it. You can buy glimmer.
Exactly. Ammo.
Percentage shards can become motes of light.
So shards become, energy becomes shards, and shards become the thing that you can use to buy awesome stuff.
So now you can exchange ascendant energies and shards for glimmer and things like that.
Yep. You can just play the shell game with everything in your inventory.
Yeah, so you can move it to where you need it at the time being.
Yep. Eris and her economy is still relevant. You know, I can still move that stuff back and forth.
The thing for you.
That's really cool. I didn't see this when I was. You told me to stay out of the tower when I was looking at this.
I wanted you to be a little surprised.
I know. I
didn't want this whole thing to seem canned and staged.
Yeah. Well, tell me more, Deej.
Humanity.
So thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And we're out of here. You also told us that we should pay a visit to Gans.
Oh, yes.
Go over here and talk to the New Monarchy. I personally do not ascribe to New Monarchy's politics.
I like New Monarchy.
Do you?
Yeah.
So you know what? You're welcome to it, man.
That's what I've been wearing myself.
All right, so here we have New Monarchy weapons and gear. What would you tell us about this?
Sure. Yeah, I want to make sure that all the vendors had new stuff and new stuff to acquire. So we did a refresh, have new armor for each of the factions. So they have a full set. There's also a full set of new weapons.
He's got that red hand 9 in there now.
Yep.
Uh-oh. That
Also,
perk. Maybe I should have looked at that perk.
You can look at whatever you want. I'm not going to inspect it.
You're not going to inspect it? Okay.
Let's see how
you
they're
guys
going to
be happy about this one. I didn't know about this one. This is great.
We also want to make sure not all the guns were just recolors of existing ones.
Sure.
So you'll notice with the faction gear, those are brand new.
There's new perks too.
That's pretty. That's a pretty
brand new
Yeah.
machine gun that's up on the screen now.
Wow.
What else? What else do you like?
I'm just looking over
the
these new perks here, and also something that I'm going to shut up about for the next couple
That's
minutes.
nice and pretty.
Yeah, it is super pretty. It's nice. Yeah.
And the ratings on this stuff. What were you saying before about pea shooters, bullet hoses?
Yeah, the auto rifles were mostly nil impact, high fire rate. The Vindicator looks like it's still pretty low impact, but that's always been. Wait, that's new. That's a new weapon, isn't it? Or
I saw a request to inspect one of the pistol, I think.
Yeah, okay.
The hand cannon.
Before I do move to the pistol, I just want to tell everyone at home that this is not the way to build your Guardian. The way I'm dressed right now, people are going to look at you and they're going to say, pick a side.
Pick a side,
If you're wearing Dead Orbit robes and a New Monarchy helmet, you're just going to look like a jerk who can't commit. Don't be that guy at home. Pick the faction.
It does look like the armor pieces are reskins of last season's primary armor pieces. Are there new stuff at like the Vanguards and Crucible for this season?
Funny you should ask.
I know.
So let's take a break from Executor Hideo.
Sure.
And we're going to take a little jaunt. Why don't you lead the way?
I'm going.
Let's go check in with Shax.
I'm very fast right now. I'm like Sonic. That's Sonic. Like Sonic.
That's it. It's just a clever mispronunciation.
Yeah, that's a clever mispronunciation.
Did you miss the jump?
No, I was waiting for you. I was going to trick you.
Okay. All right, so here we are, down in the den of the Crucible.
Okay.
I'm going to approach Lord Shax.
Crucibles.
Oh, this is new looking.
Yeah, he's got a lot of nice stuff here.
What new troubles have you found?
Now, because Chris and I have played,
we've
actually got some of this stuff.
Okay.
So, Chris, let's real quick, let's play Dolly Dress Up here.
I'm going to go buy some stuff down here.
Yeah, go ahead and buy some stuff. Everyone. Be fabulous.
I'm going to Zavala down here.
Zavala. Awesome.
Oh, wait.
What can I give you, Guardian?
I have no Vanguard marks. I'm awful. I think I spent them all on upgrade materials.
No. All right, well. Do you have did we give you anything in your inventory?
Nope.
Yeah, you get some. No? Okay, keep going.
But yeah, there's all new sets for.
You look great. Yeah, no. I'm going to watch on your screen. Right. No one can see my screen. It's irrelevant.
No. Check it out.
So there's full new sets for all three classes.
Sure.
Both Vanguard and Crucible.
Okay.
Check out the Vanguard in a few minutes.
And Ikora has also outfitted me with some fancy new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have a secret crush on Ikora. I do whatever she tells me to do.
Now, what level can the new...
Now, all of this
Here,
stuff, if I go through and I upgrade this stuff, this will take me up to, through endgame activities and other things, level 33, level 34, if I play enough of the endgame.
Yep.
Let's talk about upgrades.
Sure.
Good logical extension. Before we do that, I'm going to come here to the Crucible Quartermaster. Let's check out some of these new guns.
Okay.
So, new guns, new perks. Let's check out some of the models. I want you to tell me what you want me to buy here.
I would like you,
sweet looking
Crucible
scout
Quartermaster.
Yep.
I would like you to buy a. I would like you to buy a Hard Luck Charm.
And that would be
The shotgun.
The shotgun. I'm a lover of shotguns too.
I am.
So I now have a brand new House of Wolves weapon.
Okay.
I still have an inventory. Let's come back up out of the bowels here. It's a lovely evening in the tower. And, you know, we'll have some better light that we can use to enjoy this new stuff. So let's take a look at my inventory. This is an inventory that was built for me in a test environment. So immediately I'm going to go on record and say that there are things in this inventory that do not belong to me. This is all here for illustration purposes only. However, I have old exotics that I love.
Sure.
I have Dark Below weapons that I love. I even have Launch Day weapons that I love. I've been hanging onto that shadow price since the game launched.
Okay.
All right, so if I want to upgrade these things, I need something called Etheric Light.
Where do we get that?
Etheric Light
comes from the endgame activity, so you can get it from Prison of Elders, you can get it from Trials of Osiris, and also there's a chance in Nightfall and in Iron Banner.
Okay, so even if you don't own the DLC, you can still upgrade your old stuff to
Absolutely.
new stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
We're bringing people along, even if
Okay.
the Queen's wrath is not compelling enough for them to crave revenge.
So you're still going to be able to get up to light level 34 without touching the DLC.
Right. May take a little longer, but
Might- yeah.
Yep.
Might take a little longer. It's going to be a lot less fun. Check that out.
365.
365 shadow price. What else would we like to upgrade? Sound off in chat right now. I am now taking requests so that I can prove that we're going to upgrade your favorite weapon. I'm looking at chat right now, and you want to see the
I
Mythoclast?
want to see the Mythoclast.
Okay. This Mythoclast does not belong to me. There are many like it. This one is not mine.
Okay.
So I have not upgraded this Mythoclast.
The one that I have belongs to me.
Oh, you're out of weapon parts. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
actually
unfortunate.
I stored my weapon parts
Why
because I
don't you
needed
just
room for all
inspect
this
my
new stuff.
Mythoclast that I'm about to put on?
Okay, here we go. Where are you? Are you
I'm standing right next to you. So I filled out that bubble,
Yep.
and it now looks like my Mythoclast has thawed and is now a 365 Mythoclast, which is awesome.
Also, you may have noticed it did not reset all your progression.
It did not reset my progression.
Nice. Look at that.
So obviously, you're not going to start off with having these materials. You're going to have to get them. So
yep.
a lot of people are probably watching and are like, that was so easy.
Yep.
You know, I'm going to run out of content really quick.
You still have to go get your
You still
Ethereal
have to
Light.
get it, meaning you're going to have to do the everything, just
Yep.
the everything.
But once you get that, as you know, was just said, your Mythoclast is ready to rock.
Yeah, so the chances of just jumping in and immediately being level 34 is not possible.
Right.
Right. That's right.
Cool.
So
Is
same
the
thing can be done to,
Prison of Elders going to be immediately unlocked?
in order to, like anything in the Destiny endgame, in order
Yeah.
to play the Prison of Elders, you have to finish the story.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
You got to become legend, as they say.
Yeah, people
right.
are clamoring for that Fatebringer.
Fatebringer.
Do you have weapon parts now?
I don't need weapon parts. I need
Spinny metal.
spinny metal,
Boom.
and there's a 365 Fatebringer. Let's see. Is the Gallarhorn still relevant? I'm looking at you, Spider. The Gallarhorn is, in fact, still relevant. This one has not been upgraded. There are many like it. This one is not mine. But as you can see here, anybody who is holding a fully upgraded Gallarhorn and has few weapon parts and an exotic shard and enough glimmer laying around can upgrade that Gallarhorn.
So we don't need Xur anymore for upgrading exotics.
Correct.
Correct.
We can do it whenever we dang
Yep,
please.
Yep. Although Xur will sell you shards.
Shards.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you may need to go to Xur to buy shards. You may
Okay.
need to go to Xur to buy weapons that you can then shard. So there are still things for you to do and to aspire for and to hope for.
So yeah, so every legendary weapon, piece of armor in the game can now be upgraded. So for
Awesome.
any release.
Awesome.
including my very favorite legendary belt-fed heavy machine gun. I'm actually going to enjoy this a lot. The Deviant
What perks do
Gravity
you have on
A.
yours?
What perks do I have on mine? This is one I like. I like to expect to find more ammo for this
so
weapon.
far we're looking similar.
Yeah, that's badass. Although yours is void instead of arc, but I'm very happy that I'm going to have my fallen captain killer.
Yeah.
I've actually used this already to take down some nasty villains.
Take a look at that shotgun you just bought, actually.
Okay, so let's equip that.
That's got a couple new perks on it. So
Ooh, nasty.
What do we
What
have
is that
on there?
above Ascension over there?
Reforge ready.
So,
The gunsmith can reforge this weapon.
right.
Change
so,
its available upgrades, but resetting any progression or ascension.
So yeah, you'll be able to, with the new House of Wolves weapons, be able to reforge them, which is pretty cool.
Okay, so not my existing legendaries, but if I buy new legendaries from the Vanguard, from the Crucible, from my favorite faction,
Correct.
I can then come here to the gunsmith. He's going to allow me to reforge weapons. I do not have weapon parts.
Just dismantle some
Here we go.
stuff.
Here we go.
Just
Here we go. I'm not going to dismantle some.
Run all the way to the vault.
Dismantle some
Just
stuff.
dismantle things.
Just
You have
dismantle some
270
stuff.
in there. You're good.
And take.
There you go.
Did that give me? Let me take a look at my inventory.
Chat is losing it
Are they
over the
losing it?
Oh, they're losing it over reforging.
Nice.
Reforging's going to be cool. So,
A lot of people ask for those.
Sleep in the living train,
all right.
Guardian.
I can't help but notice he also has Talims.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has Talims now.
Yep.
That's cool.
So I am acquiring a reforging.
You know what you
All right, so we need to do this until we get shot package.
Well, I don't
and
know if
hammer
we're not
forge.
going to be here till Tuesday. So I have linear compensator, I have replenish, I have speed reload, and I have army of one. Let's try it again.
Okay.
Acquiring. Are you sure you're acquiring? Yes, I'm acquiring. Go.
Thanks.
Open character. Back to the shoddy. It looks nasty. I mean, it looks like
Yeah, and there's a lot of new perks too.
it looks
that I'm
like I would
noticing.
use that
Yeah.
to like actually hold up the new Monarchy vendor.
Sure.
That's a bad man's shotgun. Rangefinder, speed reload, cascade. You get the idea.
Yeah.
You can do this all day until you run out of motes of light, until you run out of gun parts. And when you take a look at the stuff that we're asking you to spend, it's the stuff that a lot of people have in reserve.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a good use for some of the things that you might have been stockpiling. We knew that was going to make a lot of people happy, and it's a lot of fun to show it off.
Next time.
That is awesome. There's a lot of upgrades for old raid gear and stuff, which to me kind of makes the old raids a lot more relevant
Yep.
than if we were
absolutely.
just moving on. And as a new player, a lot more approachable because you'll have two sources to get your gear from.
Indeed.
In order to level up.
And all
Multiple
of those
sources,
things
yeah.
apply here. So,
Yeah.
gloves of the heads and lords, vault of glass gear, you can ascend.
Yeah.
Let's come take a look at.
And all of your resources are relevant with the exchange over at the speaker now too.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. So, is there anything in your inventory that you feel would go to waste or sit on the shelf? Take a look at your inventory.
Not really, because I can exchange, my ascendants, which I have 1,000 ascendant shards basically.
You have 3,651 weapon parts.
Yeah, I'm gonna use those.
You're going to use those.
Yeah, I need to make weapons to, something.
Another cool part of this is that now everybody at the at the maximum level is going to look different, which is
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that's
Like,
great, yeah.
Some people are going to be running around in
Something a
vault
lot
of
of
glass
people-
gear, some Iron Banner gear. Like, it's
Are you familiar with transmogging in
Yep.
Blizzard games?
Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
Constant feedback on our forum. People
Yeah.
love a transmog system.
So this is basically that. I mean, since all the gear can be at the top level, you can just ascend it.
We're not
Yep.
taking features and attributes from one gear and allowing you to apply it to another.
Right,
What we
exactly.
are doing is making everything relevant that you can enjoy. I've got to check out.
A lot of people are asking about the glimmer cap, and I've never been someone who really feels like a higher glimmer cap is super necessary.
Yeah.
But is that something you guys have considered, or is it basically like if you're capping your glimmer all the time, then why aren't you spending it type thing? Especially now with the new You know.
New sinks for it and stuff.
Yeah,
new
exactly.
weapons
There's
and
a lot
whatnot,
more sinks for your old materials, and your old materials can become glimmer. So is that even necessary?
Indeed.
Yeah, we're definitely always we're always looking at that stuff, looking at people's feedback, sort of keeping an eye on what, things like caps and different materials and whatnot. So we're always kind of evaluating that stuff. As you see with our patches, we try and address, the most important of those as they come up. So if that proves to be an issue, I'm sure.
Were we able to reach into the mind of our investment designers, we could probably answer that question with much greater detail.
Okay.
But I can tell you that that piece of feedback has landed. It's just a matter of how does player feedback match up with our own experiences, our own learnings in playing the game, because we are fans of our own game,
right.
And what are our goals for the overall experience.
Are there any new ghost shells?
Not at this time. Not at this time. We're being pretty giving today.
Okay. Not today, guys. We're not.
Yep. And you know what I feel? I feel, in order to be completely honest here, this is not my Gallarhorn. I did not earn this Gallarhorn.
That's rude.
I'm going to dismantle it as a gesture of honesty and goodwill. Now I have shards.
And you got some weapon parts. You've been really low on
I need weapon parts. So until everyone has an opportunity to own a Gallarhorn, I will not accept one. And that is my promise to the community. Plus, I don't need one because I have a Thunderlord, and that's really a more skilled weapon anyway.
What's Bungie's stance on player trading?
Player trading.
Player trading.
It's something we've thought about. We've been talking about player trading ever since, the pros and cons of it ever since the, beginning of time. So it's something where, there's downsides to it,
obviously,
and there's upsides. So
I'm not a huge proponent of it, but I just, because I feel like it would take away a lot of the end game if your buddy could just hand you everything. But
exactly.
A lot of people ask about it, so obviously I want to know your thoughts on it and try to stay as neutral as possible.
Yeah, the investment designers, there are a lot of conversations, I'm sure, that happen about that. We're always considering features like that. Personally, I prefer not to have player trading, but
I agree with you.
You'll get different opinions, across the entire team.
I wouldn't feel right unless I asked, guys. I have to ask.
Well, and I remember, the time I have pined for a Thunderlord for a long time. I used this gun on stage in front of people for a week at Gamescom.
Okay.
And I thought, this gun is so awesome. This is fully upgraded at home. On this test build, it is not. I'm going to be able to upgrade this thing to 365. I'm going to keep it with me. I acquired my Thunderlord after a Crucible match. I was playing a game with Datto and Leopard Stealth.
Did you have a high score?
And I did not have the high score, but I held my own.
Okay.
I held my own. I was there.
Were you positive, KD?
I thought I had maybe a .83 KD, which is good for me.
That's not .82, so you're...
It's 0.01 better than...
Yeah, exactly. So
but I got my Thunderlord. And and I can always, if somebody says, "How'd you get that?" I'm like, "Ask Datto. We were in the Crucible. I won it. I was very happy." But if that story ended up being Datto gave it to me, then it's less interesting for me. There are people who will disagree with me. There are people who have 5 Gallarhorns and they have a friend who has 0 Gallarhorns, and they would like a trading system.
Is there a cap on etheric light that you can earn in a week, like there is Vanguard marks, or is it basically if you're lucky enough to get a whole crap load of it, then you're good?
There's no cap that I'm aware of.
No cap that we are aware of. Cool.
Yeah, but there are activities that you can run only so many times throughout the course of a week. But
there's a weekly reset on the arena. Trials of Osiris is just on the weekend. Obviously, you can only do your nightfalls.
If it was a weekend and you played Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris, they might relap. Iron Banner usually lasts a full week.
Sure.
But if Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris and you played the Nightfall and you were doing your Prison of Elders, you could hit the Mother Load.
Okay.
Yep. Anyway,
I think I hit all of the hot button questions.
The hot burning questions.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then there's nothing left to do but to slow walk the tower.
Did we want to check out maybe the Dead Orbit weapons, or
I gave it a look. I want the player to have something that they can inspect and enjoy for themselves.
All right.
I'm going to be the bad cop right now. Everyone can remember that Christopher Barrett wanted to expose all the riches of the tower to you, and Deej said no.
I wanted to show you the new exotic armor, all that stuff. But I'll tell you
Are we going to be talking about third subclasses anytime soon in the future?
There is a future for Destiny, and we'll be talking about all of it in the future. But not today. It is not this day. I think, before we overstay our welcome, we're just going to say that we're really looking forward to all of you playing the House of Wolves on May 19th. All of this will be available to all of you. If you've been watching this Twitch stream, we thank you. Our chat room is running a mile a minute.
Mile a minute,
So,
yeah.
you know, if you're used to getting a shout out, I can't even pick out any of your names right now.
Yeah, for everybody shouting raid in chat, we had a brief discussion about the choice to have a new activity that we can't really talk about yet, but is raid tier difficulty. And I guess you guys could have technically called it a raid, but it wasn't really a raid. But it's still
setting expectations was pretty important.
So you guys will find out in a couple weeks about that. I wish I could talk about it now, but
nope, that will be that responsibility will fall to another. You'll be at home, hopefully watching the stream. So please tune in this time next week, or this time an hour ago next week. We're going to be doing this week over week until the House of Wolves launches. Next week we're going to be with Triple Rec. We'll see you soon, Triple Rec. We're going to be playing the Trials of Osiris, and then a special celebrity guest who is yet to be named will be entering the Prison of Elders with us the following week. So Wednesdays are pretty important until the House of Wolves comes out. I'm Deej from Bungie, joined by Christopher Barrett.
Thanks, guys.
Joined by King Gathalion.
it's been a pleasure.
Your Highness. That is all for now. Thank you again so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye-bye!
Interesting.